To see her in action in a couple of minutes' time against the French. Fiji, as you see, seeing off England by 26 points to 12. So the second of the plate semi-finals, Brazil, the host nation, taking on France. Brazil, I'm sure, still reeling from that lesson that they got at the hands of New Zealand. You'd think a reaction has to come now against France. France leading 8-1 in the series, just the one victory for Brazil in the last 9, and when you consider that France put 29 points past Brazil in the pool stages, a lot of improvement necessary if the home crowd are going to have something to cheer about. A few changes for both teams. You can see that Ishibashi's come in for Brazil, and Mulbaro, who you've just seen, has to make do with a place on the bench. Also, Julia Sarda into the Brazilian starting 7, and Jessie Tremoulier for France, along with Jennifer Chauncey and Lina Guerin, come in to the starting 7. So a beautiful afternoon in Sao Paulo, minus the blistering heat that we had yesterday. I'm not complaining about that. Mel Robinson, how about you?
Look, I think the girls will be very happy there's a lot of cloud cover here, because yesterday, at times you could see the fatigue just from the heat in some of the matches. You know, it's very easy sitting in the commentary box when it's nice and sunny, not easy doing it out there. Absolutely,
and as we get towards the evening here in Sao Paulo, it is getting even cooler, and Brazil get a decent reception from their home fans, as you would expect. And that New Zealand game must have taken a lot out of them psychologically, if nothing else.
Well, I think that it was a mental thing for them, because they were up against New Zealand. In the back of their head, they know that they've won, you know, this World Series for the last couple of years in a row, and they're world champions. But against France, Brazil know this team very well. They've had them in a training camp here ahead of this one in Sao Paulo, so more familiar with their tactics. But what are Brazil going to do? Are they going to play it quite deep, or are they going to attack their vantage line like they did against Japan, where they played really well? That's a question I want to see answered.
Interesting comments from Chris Neal, the Brazilian coach, in an article in The Telegraph, if you want to read it, about when he came into the Brazilian setup and the mindset of the players. He said, do you guys want to go and, you know, beam with a chance to beat New Zealand? And they laughed and said, we'll never beat New Zealand. He wants to change that mindset, and I suppose ahead of the Olympic Games, they've got to start believing they can beat these top tier nations, and this would be a massive opportunity to show the home supporters and indeed the rest of the series what they're capable of if they can do one here on France.
Yes, but Hugh, it's mistakes like that at kick-off that they need to erase from their game. That's concentration once again.
Jade Lepesque is going to feed the first scrum of this one. Nice and tidy. First touch for Jennifer Chauncey, out to Fanny Horta. The French captain looks for the little switch, and Lina Guerin a little bit slow to read it, but she makes it to the 10-metre line. And there for France to use again. Lepesque with the pop pass. Horta once more. Mayan fires a long one out, and here is the speedster Shannon Izar drifting across. Good tackle went in on her. That was an important marker, but look at the handoff that comes in from Tremoulier, and she's going to have her first try. Well, what a moment for the France number 10 against Brazil. She gets the pat on the back.
Yeah, she should. She deserves a pat on the back for sure for that one. But, you know, the combination, Mayan with that beautiful wide pass, Izar attacked up to the defensive line, brought her defensive player up and on her, and then gave a good ball out to Izar, who outsped the defence on the end. And it was Juliana Esteves who missed that tackle for Brazil because she'd given her too much space.
Yeah, and I'm sure Chris Neal not happy with the tackle there. I mean, you have to give credit to the try scorer with a beautiful handoff, and it is her first ever on the 7 series, but equally the defence from Brazil gone missing. Back underway. Oh, looked like it went backwards off a French arm there, so Brazil got a chance to launch their first attack of this game. Pressure immediately coming up on Luisa Campos, and it's French ball. Mayan with a pass. Lepesque hits the ground, gets it away, and Guerin to go in at scrum half. Horta to the try scorer. Tremoulier trying to find Shannon Izard outside, gets a shove, but she had the ball, so perfectly allowed to do that. Brazil come away with it, and it's Berent who rescues the situation. Where's that pass going? Almost an interception from the French number 12, Lina Guerin. Chance to counter here. Trying to free the hands. Good tackle from Fanny Orr to prevented Brazil getting that pass away. Lining quite deep out here. Dummy switch in the middle and the strong arm over the 10-metre line. Guerin, another ferocious tackle from her. She's been everywhere in defence and that one went forward. Whistle's gone, slapping the side of the head.
So what Brazil are doing is that they are attacking the advantage line. It is that same game plan that we saw against Japan. Perhaps what needed to happen there was Sada to come in on a short hit to make it easier for that pass transition there.
Home supporters vocal, trying to cheer on their team. A try down already. Plenty of time left though, 3.5 minutes to play in the first half. That scrum reels around and referee says illegal on the Brazilian side. Lepesque waits no time. Were they back the required distance? Referee says yes they were, and France not releasing on the ground. Penalty goes the other way.
Lepesque is one of those kind of players that always buzzes around breakdowns, and also when there's a quick tap she'll always take it immediately. She just needed her team to react with her. Needed some support over top of the ball.
Spiral kick for the corner. You don't see those spirals too much anymore. Certainly not since Ronan O'Gara retired. I think he was the last to have to spiral.
Well, that's why I was a forward, so I didn't ever have to kick because I couldn't.
I'm sure you could now. Line out to Brazil. Ishibashi to throw. A couple of tall figures to aim for there. Campos at the front to do the lifting. And that was absolutely horrendous. Just calamity.
Oh, look, it was just a little too complicated. When you are under a bit of pressure and you haven't performed well in your last game, you know, it all plays on your mind. And so when it comes to a set piece like that, just keep it basic. Straight up at the top. Don't worry about anything else. And it was the hook throw in there that was just so low.
Set.
Free kick. Lepesque again, wastes no time. Mayan is missed and out towards Horta. Lovely spin. Oh, I thought it was a nice pass, but it doesn't matter. It's come in to the right arms, and well, Guerin hit hard in the tackle, and the home supporters on the far side of the stadium appreciated that one because that was a dangerous ball in space. Izar drifting across, wants to switch, does she, or a straight line at least. Chermoulier sets it up for Lepesque again. Izar drifted across the pitch. She scored a hat-trick against Brazil, don't forget, in the pool stages, so I'm sure she would have fancied having a go here. Mayan with a little switch. Pass to Chermoulier. One outsider, she needs it. Surely the pass has to go. Was that straight or forward? It was just forward. Referee right on the spot. Good call.
Yeah, she was in good positioning, wasn't she, the referee? On the money. Chermoulier, a little unlucky, I guess. Yeah, she was trying the old Sunny Bill, but it was never on that. France looked good there, though, didn't they? You know, they were keeping their space really wide across the field, and then they attacked up the middle, varied the play up.
Just couldn't get that pass, the final pass, but 40 seconds to go at the end of the first half, and chance for Brazil to get something before the break, maybe level things up here. They're all the way inside their own 22, though. It's going to have to be something special. Ishibashi across the field, switch, and the pass as well is a good one as far as Berent. Campos off the ground. Ishibashi took her eye off it. Lepesque. France wastes no time. Lovely missed pass on the outside. Chance here surely for Sarah. Guerin and the pass. Troncy's over. Jennifer Troncy is going to score for France. Well, you felt that was coming. Brazil, masters of their own misfortune there, you have to say, because that was the mistake, Mel.
Yeah, she'll be gutted, won't she, the captain for Brazil. And France leapt on the opportunity. A lovely ball there from Lepesque. I thought that Guerin might have stuffed this up a little because she had Troncy, who'd already wrapped around on her left, but she managed to get it to her anyway, so well worked.
Conversion attempt is a decent strike. The flags stay down though, which means just a 5 tacked on to the 7 that France had already scored, and the half-time whistle goes. 2 tries for France. Jennifer Troncy and Tremoulier leads the halftime score. Brazil 0, France 12.
Okay, girls, come in. Hey, look. A couple of things we're still not using the width of the field. Even our positions we're standing in. Get the ponto out. When we pass, it's a pocket extended, so that deep link, maybe one step, but you need to give it time to get the ball away. We're running too close to that ruck area. Okay, and we're turning it back into the defense. If the bomber's not on, twice, vote it back. But someone has to communicate it to that girl. So communication is a big key here. In defense, we need to wrap up. They're trying to free that ball in the pot. So you need to fight over the top of that ball. Get in there between the defenders. Secondly, you're pushing it too. On the back there, Juki, you just gave that last pass too much. You should have come up when they first tried. Okay, so hold your shape. Paula, give me 1 minute. Hold your shape in defense, wrap that ball up, push up, take their time away for their pass.
Clear instructions there from the coach.
Yeah, and all basic too, because you can see the difference between the two sides at the moment. As he mentioned, it's about the space and holding your width. So France are getting the ball really wide, whereas Brazil are grouping in too tight together.
12 points to 0. France leads. Good news for New Zealand, Mel, ahead of their next game.
Absolutely. Portia Woodman back available. She's had bruised thighs. Maybe they've been massaged out.
And it wasn't me that did it, in case anyone at home was listening. Decent take from Biscarat onto the field for France, back to man who's, I think, pretty much every minute of France's tournament over the last 2 days. Gives away the penalty there, though, and Campos want to get on with this one quickly. Little dummy, and then the pass. Any gaps in that French defence? Ramayo is on the pitch. France have stolen it though, and it's a decent take from Horta. Izar tries to throw it on the outside. Now Karan cutting back in and keeps it alive. Lovely pass. Well, it's going to open up for Jennifer Troncy. She already has one. She got the pace to make it 2-0. What a cover tackle. What a cover tackle that was. Ishibashi from nowhere saves a certain try, or has she the pass? They're going to get over Troncy. Well, what about that? Ishibashi made the tackle. France kept their composure, and they jot down Troncy's 3rd try of the weekend.
What a chase that was. She was well behind little Ishibashi, just back from injury. You know, her fitness was always a concern. Look, wow, gutsy. But Troncy, you have to give her a lot of credit too. Got back up on her feet, back involved, and nabbed 5 points. I think that Ishibashi is still down on the ground there. Let's hope it's not too bad.
She gave everything into that chase, and the hit was a monster as well. It had to be to stop Troncy in full flow. And then I'm sure the frustration from Ishibashi to get up, turn around and see that actually the person that you just tackled was back on her feet scoring a try. No good with the conversion. 17 points to 0. Ishibashi back on her feet slowly. I don't know if she's okay to continue. In fact, she's not.
Well, they've got Santini on the pitch anyway. And we all know that she's dangerous. Good replacement.
Yeah, they're kind of similar type players, aren't they, in build and stature as well. Campos underneath this one, quick pass. Well, it was a good one as far as Ramayo. We're going to spread this one wide. This is Scatterud. Any gaps here? The crowd would love to see Brazil get inside the French half and put some points on the board here. Give them something to cheer about. Here is the substitute, Santini. Real workhorse, trying to go through the middle, almost beat the entire French defence. Any room out here wide? Sardau tries the handoff once, twice, 3 times. That's the charm. And there's Santini to pick it up like a little terrier. Break around the fringe. Penalty against, high tackle against the French.
Yeah, this is better. Trying to keep it out of contact, but when they do, their ruck's been very good, Brazil.
Oh, lovely pass, just to put them into space, maybe not a couple of paces they could have taken out of that. Here is Scatrud, came across, Mayan to try and get a boot to it. Just disrupts the momentum. Cocan for Brazil, trying to wriggle free. Oh, lovely feet on inside the 22. One defender to beat. Scatrud is over. Brazil get a try. The fans are up and about time. Scatrud.
Everything they did in that movement was just wonderful. It was what their coach wanted. Okay, it ended up with a try on that short side over there, but initially the passing to get to that point, Scatrud showed some real power to squeeze out of the grip of the French defender. That's why you have tight jerseys on.
I can't wear the tight jerseys anymore. I don't look half as good as these athletes, and what a conversion as well from the corner. 17 points to 7, a 10-point game, 3 minutes, and an exciting 3 minutes in prospect now, because if Brazil were to get another one quickly, game on.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past them either, especially with the crowd behind you.
And I just see Bianca Silva getting ready to come on, getting instructions from Chris Neal, so maybe try and put her into space and see what she can do. Thomas is in for France. Short kick out. Does it go to 10? It just about went 10 metres. Referee happy to let play get on. Santini across the pitch, needs help. Brazil finding their form in the second half here. That one was an illegal steal, and they get a penalty here. Now the crowd are on their feet. Another chance to go before the substitutions are made. Brazil switch the play back in, and the try score. Scatrud, what a time to take your eye off the ball.
Oh, she did, didn't she? She looked up and saw a blue jersey in front of her.
Time off.
Ball first, that's what they say.
Number?
Here comes Bianca Silva, 17 years of age, plenty of pace. Crowd appreciate the substitution. Will she get a chance to use it though? She's going to have to defend a French scrum. First border call.
Well, now that Silva's on, when Brazil do have the ball, you can bet $100 on the fact that they will move it out to her wing.
Bob, can I play on? Okay, time in. Crouch. Bind. Set.
Time against the home team. France with possession. Brazil get a squeeze on. Awkward, messy one. The ball is out, says the referee. So pressure on Biscarat. Can she get it back? Yeah, she's done just enough. Troncy, any gap in the middle. She's going to have to be caught. Where's the chase? There it is for Brazil. Here comes Cocan. What a tackle. What a tackle on Troncy to prevent the try. And then they turn it over. Give it out to the wing, surely.
Off the foot play.
Have they managed to keep possession? France putting pressure on the breakdown, and they've come up with the ball. Thomas, Troncy, hands will do it here surely for France. Little step inside, and Tremoulière silences the crowd and jots it down underneath the post.
Oh, what a pity for Brazil, because if they had actually moved that ball just near the 10 metre over there, it could have been a runaway try. But instead, France, with all their experience, got in there, turned it over, and the defence was coming from the outside in, and a lovely little swerve at the end there. The try scorer, Tremoulière.
There's the conversion, no problem, from underneath the post. So another 2 points, 24-7. France, another try would bring them up to the tally of the first game in the pool stages, where they put 29 past Brazil. I'm sure the Brazilians want to give it one last go here with 30 seconds left on the clock, and France looking good for that place in the final of the plate. Is this going to go out in the full? It is. Brazil will have possession on the halfway line.
One observation to make against this French team, obviously they're all fighting for positions because they have 2 7 squads over there. is that Tronci, who's managed to get 2 tries, she's actually been run down from behind twice. So a coach looking at that might question her out-and-out speed, something you really need on a sevens field.
Absolutely, good point. I mean, one thing to create that. Got to be able to finish, though. They're working this blind side, but there's nobody there. A pass from Santini to nobody except the green grass. Still there. Santini to dig it out. If they get numbers here, Silva might have a chance to run up that wing and use her pace. Off she goes. No space. Cut down ruthlessly by the French and by Caroline Ladegnu. Santini trying to burrow her way through. Any gaps, advantage being played. Silva off the deck will go again. Tackle goes in. Not taken from the right mark. Last play for Brazil. Last chance for a try. The long looping one to Silva. Little pop. Needs to take the reserve. Like, really good tackle there from the French number 10, Jessie Tremoulière. Has had a very good game. 2 tries. Defensively sound. Still there for Brazil, and Silva looked for support. Nice hands to keep it alive. And who's there to make the hit? Once again, the number 10 in a French jersey. Scatroot kicks it away. Well, that's the end of that.
All of her Brazilian teammates are so tired they can hardly chase.
Well, Vizcarra, all she has to do is find touch here. She's going to have one more go, though. Sure, why not? Play on. Munier runs into contact. Silva puts her down.
Move, Green.
Trying to use that near side. Tronci into touch. That should be that. Final whistle goes, and the Brazil supporters are on their feet just to applaud the effort, but they've been well beaten once again. Brazil 7, France 24, the final score.